The doorbell rang twice. Sharp, nervous. I already knew who it was. 10 years of silence doesn't just end with a coincidence. When I opened the door, they stood there, my family, or what was left of the word. Same familiar faces, same rehearsed smiles. Except this time, they needed me. I leaned against the doorway, glass of wine in hand, calm as ever. Surprised? I asked. Their faces turned pale. They weren't expecting this version of me, the one who didn't beg for a seat at their table anymore, the one who built his own table, marble-topped, imported, and mine alone. Invisible son, the quiet one, the one who stayed late at the reunion table, cleaning plates while they toasted each other's success. When I lost my job, they called me irresponsible. When I fell behind, they said I was unmotivated. And when I stopped showing up to the reunions, no one asked why. They didn't exclude me overnight. It was gradual. A cold shoulder here, a missing invite there, then silence. My name faded from the group chat. My seat at the table disappeared. That was the year I realized blood doesn't mean loyalty. It just stains deeper when it cuts. It was my mother's birthday that broke me. I found out through a tagged photo. Everyone smiling in a restaurant I once introduced them to. Even my cousin, the one I paid rent for once, was there, laughing, a champagne glass raised. The caption read, "Family, always together." I didn't comment, didn't text, didn't call. I just stared at the screen until the image burned into me. Then I closed the app and made a promise. They would remember the day they decided I wasn't worth remembering. Revenge doesn't need rage, it needs patience. I started building in silence. While they gossiped and competed with each other, I worked. Days bled into nights, failures into lessons. I learned business. I invested. I observed how people used pride to destroy themselves. I built everything they said I never would. A company, a home, a reputation. And when the money came, I didn't flaunt it. I let the silence grow until curiosity turned to obsession. They started asking about me again, wondering, whispering. By the time they found out about the mansion on the hill, the private brand launch, the news article calling me a self-made visionary, it was already too late. I invited them, not to a reunion, to my housewarming. The invitation was polite, minimalistic, gold trim. Their names embossed. It was bait, and they bit hard. I made sure they saw everything. The house, the art, the staff who called me sir. And when they asked how I did it, I smiled and said, "By being the failure you left behind." The air went heavy. My mother's eyes flickered between pride and guilt. My brother's jaw clenched. My aunt tried to laugh it off. Then I handed each of them an envelope. Inside, copies of their old messages, screenshots of the words they'd said behind my back. I'd saved them all. "Family," I said softly, "always together, right?" Their smiles died. My brother muttered something about the past, but I cut him off. "The past," I said, "is what built this house." Then I led them to the door. Slowly, calmly, no yelling, no chaos. Just the sound of their footsteps echoing on marble they couldn't afford to step on again. Before they left, I looked at them one last time. 10 years ago, you made it clear I didn't belong in your world. Now, you don't belong in mine. The door shut behind them like a final verdict. I stood there for a while, hand on the door, listening to the silence. It didn't feel like victory. It felt like peace. I poured myself another glass of wine, watching the reflection of my house lights dance across the floor. Everything they took from me, confidence, dignity, belonging, I had reclaimed, piece by piece. They wanted me gone, and I gave them exactly that. Only this time, it was me closing the door. Sometimes revenge isn't fire or fury. It's a calm voice saying, "Welcome home," right before you show them they never will be again.